Magnificent institution that's the envy of everybody in the state. Thank you.
Very quickly, I have to get this down right. Dale Bumpers used to do it. Dale Bumpers did that hand stuff. He'd say, I made Mike Beebe. I made Marion Barry. I want to do it. Marion Barry would not be here if it wasn't for me. I just got to tell you that. Carolyn knows that. True story, no, really, true story. I told this at a meeting in Little Rock recently. It's the only time I've told it of late. Marion was there. Marion, you're going to have to bear with me because none of these other folks have heard it. Marion helped me early on, introduced me around. In fact, he's responsible for me first being elected to the Arkansas Senate because the coon supper is where it all started. And he always had the thing there at Gillette at the coon supper at his house. And we ended up being invited to Marion's. He didn't know me. We went with an old coach that used to be at Gillette. He was from Searcy. We spent all our money on these expensive buttons because we didn't have any sense back then. You know, the kind that people put on and then wear once and throw on the dresser and never wear it. And we've gotten smarter now with the cheap stick-on stuff. But Marion was sticking them on everybody's coat at his house before the coon supper. And we walked over there and walked in the coon supper, and it was Mr. Bill Hargrove, who was the senator I was running against from Stuttgart, and that was Arkansas County. That was his county. Every third person had a beebe button on because Marion Barry put them on them. 3 weeks later, Mr. Bill pulled out of the race. That's a true story. So to pay him back, you know, Marion wanted to be on Game Fish, and those people down in Arkansas County always thought they owned the Game Fish Commission anyway. They thought they ought to have at least 2 people on Game Fish from Arkansas County. Marion wanted to be on the Game Fish Commission real bad, and I wanted him to be on there real bad. I felt an obligation to. Bill Clinton liked him. We were working, begging, pleading, arguing, doing everything we could to get Bill Clinton to appoint him. And one day I was out of the office. It was when Bill Clinton and Hillary were going to Russia for a trip while he was governor. Phone rang and the secretary answered it, and we got, I wasn't there, so I couldn't talk to him. When we got back, secretary said, the governor called. He was stopped at Atlanta, changing planes in Atlanta, going to overseas, and said to tell you everything's going to be all right about Marion. He's going to make us all happy. I thought, boy, that's wonderful. That is just wonderful. Well, Bill got to Moscow, and Hillary didn't want Marion. Hillary had somebody else in mind. When Bill got back, he said, I'm not going to appoint Marion to the Game Fish Commission. I'm going to appoint this other person. Hillary got to him. Marion got mad. I got mad. You know, we all pouted from time to time, especially with the governor. It's good to pout with the governor because he always tried to make it up to you later. Marion was mad at him for weeks. I was mad at him for weeks. We pouted for a while. And he said, I'm going to make it up to you. He appointed Marion to the Soil and Water Commission. Marion was just made for that. He did such a great job at Soil and Water Commission. About a year or 2 later, he said, you know, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. He said, I'm much better Soil and Water Commissioner than I would have been Game Fish Commissioner. It's more up my alley. I can help more people with soil and water than I can with game and fish. And as you all know, from that point on, Bill Clinton gets elected president. He needs a soil and water guy on his staff. He hires Marion Barry. Marion gets up there. He's working on the president's staff. He looks at Congress. He said, these guys are pretty stupid. I can do this. What a congressman he is. He's as honest, he's as straightforward, he's as true, he's as good. We couldn't have a better congressman, and you all are the luckiest folks in the world because now you got Marion Barry as your congressman, and he is wonderful, and you will see it every single day. Jimmy Lou.